right, this is Freaky Sporty Friday right here in the nation's capital, Abuja. A beautiful morning to you out there. This is Friday, the 23rd day of the month of February 2024, and we're gradually saying goodbye to it. Just less than 6 days to sign it out. Hey, today is going to be a very mouth-watering and counting moment right here in the P&B Sport. My name is William Musago, RMJ, and we'll be looking at the Nigerian Super Eagles goalkeeper who has dashed out some of his guys 500,000 naira each. And also we'll be looking at crisis rumbling in the camp of the Tigers, that's the NBBF, and the Tigers are finding it difficult to go to the competition. Flying Eagles Ladan Boso continues to maintain momentum, and he says that he will continue to defend the reasons why he went for academy boys instead of taking Nigerian Professional Football League guys over the issue of age, racketeering. And also we'll be looking at German Bundesliga, where Bayern Munich are still hoping that they could put their hands or lay their hands on Xabi Alonso. And Liverpool are also eyeing the former legend to see if he could come replicate what he is doing right now in Bayern Leverkusen. You will know right here with fixtures of matches and results of games that went down last night in the Europa League, and also those who have qualified to the next round. My name still remains William Musago, RMG. We'll be right back for the full details of the program. Don't go nowhere. Yeah, you must not be a motivational speaker or a motivator for you to actually dish out cash. At this time around, the Nigerian Super Eagles goalkeeper Ojo Olorunleke has donated a sum of 500,000 naira to entire Nigerian Professional Football League shortstoppers. That's approximately 18 of them. Olorunleke, who was part of the Nigerian Super Eagles team that finished in second position at the just concluded African Cup of Nations games, a member captain failed to make an appearance for the Super Eagles side at the competition. Olorunleke handed the donation to former shooting star goalkeeper John Bosu for effective disbursement. The goalie, alongside head coach Finidi George, joined Eyimba on Thursday, and Olorunleke is expected to make a trip for their match day 21 fixtures against Bengal Insurance on Saturday evening in the NPFL. Now we'll shift gears to the Nigerian Professional Football League. We still maintain the shows where we arrange time for the match day 21 fixtures involving Plateau United and Shooting Desert Stars is scheduled to take place in Jos Stadium at 4 p.m. on Saturday, as it has been moved up to 3 p.m. at the moment, and the new time was confirmed in a statement by Plateau United on their X handle, and the move was to accommodate the live coverage of the game. The statement reads, and I quote, "Notice of the kickoff time. Please note that the live coverage reasons our NPFL game versus PSC will kick off by 3 p.m. and not at the usual 4 p.m. in Jos. Plateau United are yet to drop a point in the home of the NPFL this season, and the Peace Boys are currently occupy the fourth place position in the table. Alright, we go straight to Heartland FC, where Oyeka Chiokafo believes that Owerri club can escape relegation this season. The Nazi Millionaires were held to a 1-1 draw by Kano Pillars in Aba last weekend, and are hoping to make a winless under Christian Obi in the Nigerian Premier League. They currently sits 19 on the left table with 18 points, and Okafor said the team will not give up on their NPFL survival battle. The highly anticipated international friendly between the Nigerian Super Eagles and that of world champions Argentines will be played at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in the United States of America on Tuesday, March 26. Disagreement between Argentina's captain Lionel Messi and Chinese authorities forced the organizers to look for a new venue for the game. Meanwhile, giant of African football Nigeria and Kenya will be no prisoners when they clash in Douala on Friday for a place in the final round of the African qualifier series of this year's Olympic Women's Football Tournament. The Super Falcons are rated top in Africa and still walking with sprints in their steps after reaching the round of 16 of the FIFA Women's World Cup in exciting the finals without losing a match in regular time. We'll remember at kickoff that the indomitable Lioness stepped their match at 2 at the London 2012 Olympic. And on the other part, the Lioness have also bruises of their own, having been bumped by Nigeria in several major events, including being denied the Women African Cup of Nations title in front of their own fans in 2016 and beat out of the quarterfinals in the last Women AFCON tournament in Morocco. And coach Randy Wondrop has recalled fabulous defender Ashley Crumtree, and now based in Saudi Arabia, and Alimatu Ayinde, Tony Penny, that Chris Ochebe will get to play together in the middle again after starring outing at the World Cup in Australia. There's also the talented youngster Deborah Abiodun, who is joining the team with Nigerian's goalkeeper Chiamaka Nadozie, is one of the most respected safe hands globally. And in forward, we have Asisa Tashola, Rashida Tajibade, Ochena Kanu, Gift Monday, and Esther Nkoronko. The Super Falcon boost one of the most stellar attacking assemble in women's football. Well, that is it. Let's go straight to the crisis that is trending right now in the Nigerian Basketball Federation as crisis hits the camp of the senior men's basketball team. The NBBF has announced the withdrawal of the team of the Tigers from the 2025 FIBA Afro Basketball qualifiers. According to the release, the NBBF said the withdrawal from the qualifiers was due to inability of the Ministry of Sport to provide the Federation with the needed for the trip. A few hours later, Federation again said it was making last-minute attempts for the Tigers to participate in the tournament. The Federation says, and I quote, the Federation is aiming to finalize a roster and gather funds in time to play Afro Basketball qualifiers. A post read on the Tigers official Twitter handle, and a Punch gathered that the team arrived in Tunisia on Thursday ahead of the qualifying games. Meanwhile, some basketball players who spoke to the Punch newspaper said they weren't surprised by the NFF statement, adding that they had been unfairly treated over the years. Yeah, we saw what happened with them in 2015. And former First Bank player Teresa Dango said, at this point in time, there is nothing to be shocked about when it concerns basketball because of the type of leadership we have in the NBBF, and we can also extend it to the country as a whole. Well, this is sabotaging the efforts of some leaders in Nigeria, because you just can't say everyone is bad, even though we're having issues in the NBBF. We don't see those ones in the NFF and the other federations. But meanwhile, the main focus has always been placed on football, as though there aren't other sport in the country. Our women, the Tigers, won their fourth consecutive Afro basketball. There weren't any incumbents from the government to them. They just qualified for the Olympics, and still everyone is silent. That is the man making comments there, and even he says how badly everyone said the Super Eagles performed at the AFCON, and they came second against the host Ivory Coast. They still got welcome, celebrated, and even honors, awards, lands, and money. Well, I feel this is envy here coming out. But well, nevertheless, he deserves to make all this comment, and he continues to say that he thinks all he knows that the priority of the Nigerian government lie when it comes to sport. And can you blame the government? No, because we all have failed system in the NBBF, people who cannot go to the government with the needs of federation because of how much they have abused those privileges in the past. This is clear case of incompetency, because what does an incompetent? Okay. So he's just trying to make blaze of all what is trending for him. Well, let's leave that shows. We go straight to the next story. But before then, let's quickly go for a quick break. And when we come back, we'll be telling you what Maria Ogbeke is doing in the basketball of First Bank. So don't go nowhere. All right, welcome back. Glad to know you're still with P&B Sport right here on your number one dial, Politics and Business Television, right here in your nation's capital. You can reach us on YouTube, on Facebook. We also stream live on other social media platforms. My name is Rudon Musago, RMG. Quickly, let's go straight into what is trending in the shores of the local scene before we go straight to the European scene. We start up with former Rivers Hoppers star Austin Akpejiro, who is now featuring for Tunisian side Union Sportiva El Ansar. He said that he was left embarrassed at the MBBF as the MBBF announced they had withdrawn the Tigers from the tournament. He says, true, it wasn't shock. I was embarrassed. How low can we get as a basketball community? The federation keeps staining our white. All right, so much of those comments coming in from the Tigers teams there. But meanwhile, let's shift gears and go to the next on today's program. We'll leave the shores of basketball and go straight to the next program. The next topic, which is the Senegalese and Egypt FIBA Beach Soccer World Cup campaign, came to an end on Tuesday after both sides were eliminated during the group stage of the ongoing competition in the United Arab Emirates. The two nations represented Africa at the global showpiece following their success in the CAF Beach Soccer African Cup of Nations, which was held in Mozambique in 2022, where Senegal were crowned champions in the final against Egypt. Despite Egypt's two consecutive losses against a host UAE 2-1 and Italy 6-2, the North Africans put on a good fight in their last fixtures which ended in a narrow 6-5 defeat to the United States of America. While African champions, on the other hand, we are on the verge of qualifying for the knockout phase after doing well to bounce back from 6-4 loss to Belarus to overcome Colombia 5-3 to set up a deciding clash with Japan in their final Group C match. It was, however, not meant to be for the West African nation as they suffered a hammered close 6-4 defeat to Japan, which also spelled the end of their campaign. And the 2024 Beach Soccer World Cup quarterfinals matches were decided on Thursday, which was yesterday, with Brazil thrashing Japan 8-4. Belarus beating Portugal 4-3, Iran beating host UAE 2-1, while Italy beat Tahiti 5-2 in that game. And the semi-final matches will hold during the weekend, talking about on Saturday. All right, we'll go straight to Europe this time around, where we'll be looking at a court in Spain, which has found a former Barcelona and Brazilian forward Dani Alves guilty of raping a woman. Now, Barcelona club, in the Barcelona nightclub, he has been sentenced to 4.5 years in prison, and the 4-year-old, who is one of the most decorated footballers in history, had denied sexually assaulted the woman in the early hours of 31st December 2022. His lawyer has asked for his acquittal and said she won't appeal against the verdict. Well, a lawyer from the victim welcomed the verdict, saying that they recognizes what we have always known, and the truth as told, he said, by the victims and the suffering that they have been, as well as handling Alves a 4.5-year sentence. The court said he should face a further 5 years probation. The prosecution had asked for 9-year prison sentences in Spain. A claim to rape is investigated under the general accusation of sexual assault, and conviction can lead to prison sentence for 4 to 15 years. Well, according to Spanish media out there, the court took into account Alves' decision to pay a total sum of 150,000 euros to the victim in damage, regardless of the outcome of the trial when it decides on the length of his prison term. While the court did not, however, accept the argument put forward by his lawyers that he should be given a more lenient sentence because he was drunk. His wife, Joan Sanz, who is 31 years old, said she had appeared very drunk when he got back to their Barcelona home the night of the rape and had bumped into furniture before collapsing on the bed. but the court argued that his alcohol consumption had not affected his behavior. Prosecutors said Alves and his friends had bought champagne for 3 young women before Alves lured one of them to the VIP area of the nightclub with a toilet, which they went on to have, according to the knowledge, they went on to have their teen, and they argued that was the point where the violence emanated, forcing the woman to have sex despite he had repeated requesting to leave. All right, that is for Alves there, but most Brazilians are actually venturing into these rape issues. For so many of them, we can keep naming their names. It becomes a prominent thing for the Brazilians, for the Portuguese, also Spanish players and the Italian players. We wonder how this goes for them. Well, let's go straight to Spain. We have former Real Madrid defender Sergio Ramos says that he will not celebrate if he scores when he returns to the Bernabeu for the first time in 4 years with Sevilla on Sunday night. The 7-year-old won 22 trophies in 16 years at La Liga Giants before leaving to join Paris Saint-Germain in 2021. And now Ramos returns to Spain with his boyhood club Sevilla last September. He says, and I quote, "I have a lot of respect for all the fans and all the Madrid stars." He says Ramos won La Liga 5 times and the UEFA Champions League on 4 occasions during his time at the Real de Madrid. And in total, he had made 671 appearances for the Spanish Giants, making him club's 4th highest all-time appearances maker. And Ramos added that, and I quote, "I wouldn't celebrate if I happened to score, and it was enough for us to win. I would be delighted. Those 3-pointer would be very good for us." Against arch rivals, Real Madrid played at the Estadio Alfredo Di Stefano during Ramos' final season at the club because of renovation work being done at the Bernabeu. Speaking to La Liga, Ramos added that his return to the iconic stadium, it will make him feel like he is at home. In the end of it, he says, I spent many years there in most important moments of my career and have wonderful memories of the people, the fans, everyone, my teammates. I think it will also be a unique moment for me, a very emotional moment. Real Madrid are currently top of the La Liga table with 62 points, while Sevilla are 15th with 24 points. Well, let's go back to England, where Declan Rice has blamed inexperience for Arsenal's defeat to Porto on Wednesday's UEFA Champions League round of 16 clash. A 94th minute striker from Grenado and the Portuguese giant the first leg advantage. It extended Arsenal's unimpressive record in the UEFA Champions League knockout games as they still have not won outside of the group stage since 2010, having exited at the last 16 for 7 consecutive years under Arsene Wenger. This is a record. All right, let's leave us now and go straight to Juventus in Italy, where former Juventus star Lucas Toni has described Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen as a true striker. He made this known on the backdrop of his brilliant performance against Barcelona in the UEFA Champions League round of 16. Wrong-footed a goal from a true striker, Osimhen withstood the defenders and make an impact in that game for them. They were actually losing 1-0 until the man showed them total class and dominance and demonstrated that they can scare Barcelona. Well, let's go to Germany this time around, where Bayer Leverkusen boss, former Liverpool legend Xabi Alonso, says nothing is new amid speculation linking him with his former club and also Bayern Munich and Liverpool. He has played for those two teams, and Liverpool are searching for a manager after Jurgen Klopp announced that he will leave them at the end of the season. Bayern Munich and Thomas Tuchel have also decided to part ways when the current campaign finishes. Maybe, he says, you have questions about my future, said Alonso, but before his side's game against Mainz on Friday. I have nothing new to say about that. I wanted to say that in advance. Right now, I am the coach here. That's for sure. For the future, I have nothing new to say. We will see how it bites. All right, Alonso spent 5 seasons with Liverpool from 2004 to 2009 and won the UEFA Champions League, FA Cup, the Super Cup during that playing stint on Merseyside prior to successful spells in Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. He won the German Bundesliga with Bayern Munich 3 times during his stint with the team from 2014 to 2017, where he hanged out as a player. And we'll go to opposite side, Bayern Munich, where they are facing unusual prospect of a trophyless season. But whatever happens in the remainder of the campaign, it will be a summer of change for the German Giants. Now on Wednesday, Bayern confirmed manager Thomas Tuchel will depart the club in month of May. And the former Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain and Borussia Dortmund boss only took over just March, but looks set to miss out on the Bundesliga title to Xabi Alonso's Bayern Leverkusen. It leaves Bayern on the hunt for a new manager who will likely be tasked with frustrating a swift return to dominating the Bundesliga once again. Let's not forget that these are the 11-time champions. Will they turn to Alonso? Or what next for Thomas Tuchel? Well, the story is a developing story. We'll see how it goes. But now let's travel straight to Brazil and to England in Manchester United, where Brazil midfielder Casemiro, who is 31 years old, and French defender Rafael Varane, who is 30 years old, and England centre-back Harry Maguire, who is also 30, are among 11 Manchester United players who could be parted of a squad clear-out at Manchester United this summer. Manchester United investor Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who has made securing Champions League football a priority, wants to wait until the end of the season before deciding on manager Erik ten Hag's future. The Manchester United manager's job appealed to Thomas Tuchel, who will leave Bayern Munich at the end of the season. Liverpool reject an approach from Chelsea for their Uruguayan forward Darwin Núñez, who is 24 years old, last summer. Meanwhile, Arsenal are determined to sign Belgian and Everton midfielder Omado Onana this summer. Meanwhile, Sporting Lisboa manager Ruben Amorim has emerged as a man contender for Liverpool if they miss out in bringing Bayern Leverkusen boss Xabi Alonso as his club replacement in the 2022. Now let's quickly go straight to results of matches that went down on Thursday Night Football, where Torino and Lazio slugged it out. It was 2-0 for Lazio against Torino in the Italian Serie A on Thursday Night Football, while Marseille still in the Italian Serie A. Olympic Marseille trashed Shakhtar Donetsk 3-1, and Marseille won it 5-3 on aggregate, while Roma and Feyenoord went on a 1-1 draw, while Roma won on aggregate on penalties, 4-2, and they've moved to the next round of the Europa League. And Sparta Prague trashed Galatasaray 4-1. In aggregate, it was 6-4, while Sporting CP of Portugal and Young Boys went on a 1-1 draw, and Sporting CP won 4-2 on aggregate, and Freiburg has slugged it out with Lens in a 3-2 win, thrashing as Freiburg triumphed to the next round. Karabakh right, yes, sorry for that breaking transmission. Now let's continue with the brief of results. Olympiacos won against Belarus, 1-0 to triumph in the next round of the Europa Conference, while Luxor and Molde trashed 3-0. Molde now have moved the first time in the history 6-2 on aggregate. They are on the Europa Conference. Well, that's the size of the package today. I just hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's meet on Monday for another exciting moment. My name has been William Musago, RMG. So we'll meet again. Don't forget, go out there, watch all the exciting games in the 5 major leagues this weekend. Bye for now.